It's 2 o'clock now, and at 8 o'clock this morning, this egg was still inside the chicken, so it doesn't get any fresher than that. If you have your own flock of laying hens or buy them from a local farmer, chances are your eggs are much fresher than what you would probably buy in the grocery store. Here at Pop's Old Place, we run a laying hen flock of just about 50 birds. It's just enough to keep my regular farm consumers and my family in eggs on a pretty regular basis. In the winter I run shy, but I don't really want any larger flock than 50 birds. Hi, I'm Darlene and welcome to the farm. Hello, girls. Hello, girls. Yes, you are. Ow. Hello, babies. You girls, where are you going? In the 20 years that I've had chickens here on the farm, I've probably cooked eggs almost every way you can imagine, and I love cooking with fresh eggs. But when you want an egg that you can peel and make deviled eggs or egg salad, it can be very frustrating when a fresh egg won't let go of the shell, or as my dad say, jump out of their jackets. I've tried boiling them, and they do boil fairly well when the eggs are about 7 to 10 days old, but fresh eggs just do not peel that well for me when I boil them. I've added salt, I've added baking soda, I've added white vinegar, found all kinds of tips and tricks on the internet and without great success. And I really prefer steaming my eggs when they're fresh. How I can have deviled eggs without having to plan 7 to 10 days in advance. When an egg is freshly laid like these are, there's the shell and then a thin membrane and then the white of the egg. And with each day, there's a small air pocket in there between the membrane and the white, and that gets larger as the egg ages. So the larger the air pocket, the easier they are to peel. But that doesn't help me much with a fresh egg. So I'm going to show you how I steam my eggs and usually have really good success. So we're going to see. So what I like to do is I take my Dutch oven and I put a colander in it and I load my eggs in. I store my colander up here. And what I like to do is take my eggs, put them in the colander, put the colander in the Dutch oven, and I fill it with just about 1.5 inches of water. My colander has a foot on the bottom of it that's just about 1 inch, 1.5 inches. So you want to make sure you have enough water in the pot so that it doesn't boil dry before your eggs are finished steaming. My one flock of hens is pretty young, so they're still laying fairly small eggs. So I'm only going to steam these just about 18 minutes. Now that seems like a long time, but we're going to start this from cold water and I'm going to have the heat on medium. So it's not going to come up to a really good simmer to almost halfway through the cooking process. So I'm not steaming the eggs for 18 minutes. The eggs are in the pot for 18 minutes. I just want to clarify that, because if you cook your eggs too long, the whites will get very rubbery and not pleasant to eat. I'm going to take these over. I'm going to turn the heat down to medium. Just remember, your cooking time may vary a little bit depending on the thickness of your pot and how high your stovetop setting is. I do prefer to cook the eggs over a nice low to medium heat. That's my dog, she's just a talking. If you put them on high heat, the shells will crack and the eggs will try to ooze out before they get cooked. So low to medium heat. I would start with 18 minutes and work from there. You can actually take a pair of tongs. When the eggs are cooking, just take one egg out, right? Run it under cold water as soon as it's cool enough to handle. Peel it, cut it. Is it the way you want it to be inside? And if they're a little soft inside, I just eat it and let them cook a little longer. The eggs should be ready. We'll turn off the heat. Make sure you turn the lid away from you when you take it off so that you don't get a burn from the steam. And then we're going to carry this over to the sink and run it under cold water. Alrighty, these are hot, so we're going to see what happens. Okay, once it's cool enough to handle, tap it on the counter. I like to give it quite a few taps. Put it under the water, and we want to try to lift up that membrane. I really do think one of the tricks with this is the fact that the egg is warm and the water's cool. You can see if you look at it just right where there was a very small air pocket there. It's usually at the fatter end of the egg. It's one of the reasons why when you store them in a egg carton, it's always big side up, pointy side down. Hello, Hazel. In times past when I've done a lot of eggs and the eggs start to cool, I actually start running them under warm water at that point. I'm very happy with how they turned out. My eggshells are all in the colander. Put those in the compost bucket. And now we're going to slice our eggs and see what they look like inside. Let me get a little salt and pepper because I'm going to eat one. Okie dokie, dry my hands. I hope you have great success with cooking and peeling your fresh eggs. Look at that. It's a very pretty egg. So the real test for me on a well-cooked egg is I want it to be fully cooked. I don't want it to be overly dry. I don't want a green ring around the outside. You want your whites to be cooked but not rubbery. So thanks for following along with me. I hope this is very helpful for you. And I'm really tickled that I did them with super fresh eggs, and then that way I know that the method really works. Oh boy, that is pretty. I'm going to make a little deviled egg for my husband for dinner after this. Very nice. Enjoy. Thanks for watching. That's like a plate full of sunshine there. But today for me, it's just a hard cooked egg, not hard boiled.